Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. I love segments like our next guest because it just proves how much I need to learn. And I'm so fortunate to sit in this chair and learn from so many people. He was on the show quite a few months ago talking about an incredible project, and he is back on to talk about the same incredible project. I'm joined by Alexander Parsan, the president of CycleSystems and Enactus, uOttawa. Welcome back. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me back.
It's a pleasure. So first of all, let's talk about Enactus, uOttawa. This isn't just an Ottawa-based thing, right? This is sort of kind of it's a global thing, right, Enactus?
Exactly. So Enactus is a campus extracurricular that operates on university and college campuses all across the world, and we're very fortunate to have our own Enactus chapter right here at the University of Ottawa.
Excellent. And then, so where does CycleSystems fit under that sort of umbrella?
Sure. So Poly is a social enterprise that we created as part of Enactus, uOttawa, and we manufacture and sell small-scale plastic recycling systems that allow community operators to turn their plastic waste into brand new products.
And there's a team of you, right, that have been working on this project. Tell me a little bit about the team and how you came together. Is this part of the curriculum that you've been working on at uOttawa?
Exactly. So Enactus is a completely voluntary activity. So people sign up to Enactus because they have a passion for entrepreneurship or sustainability, and it's essentially an incredible platform where students can get real hands-on experiences with real businesses. And Poly is one of those businesses that was founded by students at the University of Ottawa and kind of lives within our Enactus team. So students get the opportunity to get hands-on experience working in anything from sales, marketing, engineering, and operations. It's a really great chance to volunteer, build connections and build practical experience too.
All right, so let's dive into this invention, right? Because that's really what it is. It's an invention. So first of all, the inspiration, and then second of all, how did it come together? Because there's a lot of skills involved into creating what you guys have created.
For sure. So at the start, all the way back in 2018, a group of students at the University of Ottawa were working in a retail job, and they noticed that a lot of plastic hangers were getting discarded and thrown away. And they thought to themselves, well, something can be done. As Enactus students, they felt that a solution could be created that could turn that plastic waste into something that's economically viable, not only environmentally sustainable. And they kind of did some research and learned all about small-scale shredding and small-scale injection molding. So taking these big technologies that massive recycling plants would use, and they came up with a way to scale it down into small systems that could fit in a garage, a community center, or a workshop, by using open source designs, by consulting with community experts, by consulting with machine shops and mechanical design firms. And through all this, they created Poly, which is a two-part system, a shredder and an injection molder that can create these new projects.
All right, okay. How does it operate exactly? So you've got some plastics. What happens next?
Sure. So you could take hard plastics like plastic number 1, plastic number 2, or plastic number 5, which is common plastics you'll find around, and you clean that plastic, you sort it, and then you drop it into the Poly system. And the system will shred it down into these small pieces. Okay. And we take those pieces, you drop it into our injection molder, and by using an interchangeable mold, which will have a shape or the product that you want, you can heat up that plastic and inject it into a mold to create a brand new product.
And what types of products have you created so far?
For sure. So Poly can make any product that's 5 by 5 that is roughly a geometric shape. So we're talking things like coasters, keychains, flower pots, different parts which could be used for building other things. So you could create something like a button, for example, or you could create the base of a product that you're trying to build. So it could be used to create both modular parts and complete products like a coaster or even like an art installation. You could do a lot of things with Poly.
So last time you were on, correct me if I'm wrong, Alexander, you were going to compete, right? You were going to a competition. What were the results of that competition?
That's right. So last time I was on, we were headed to the Enactus National Competition, and we were pleased to place as the national runner-up, so second place in all of Canada.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So are you competing yet again then?
Yes, so the competition circuit begins again for Enactus and Poly. So the Enactus team is going to be traveling to Mississauga on Thursday, March 9th. We're going to go down and we're going to compete against other universities within the Ontario and Quebec region, so the central region. And that will give us the opportunity to show our projects in about a 5-minute pitch and get some initial feedback from judges, as well as compete to win some funding for our business.
What's that process like? because, you know, I used to watch like Dragon's Den and Shark Tank. Is it the same idea?
I think it's very similar where, you know, you go up there on the stage or in front of a conference room, and what you're doing is you're really giving that sort of elevator pitch for the business, and you're trying to show the business model. You're trying to show what impact you created and why this is a real sustainable project or business. And then there's a Q&A session, which is very much in that style you're describing, like a pitch competition or a show where, you know, people are asking all about the business. But it's honestly a thrilling and exciting experience to get the chance to showcase not only our school, but also, you know, the city of Ottawa at a regional and national level.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're allowed to bring the same project back-to-back years? I mean, could you... That's part of the competition. It doesn't matter. Have you improved upon the project or the product, I guess?
Yeah, for sure. So the way Enactus works is you're allowed to report your last 12 months of project progress in your pitch. So you can continue to compete with the same projects or businesses, but each time you have to come and showcase the new results and changes that you made this year. So this year, what we really focused on was expanding our local partnerships through our local poly workshop that we operate our machines right here in Ottawa. So we've partnered up with a local school, and they've actually teamed up to create their own social enterprise, and they're going to be using our machine to make their own coasters, and they're going to sell those to raise proceeds towards building water infrastructure in Indigenous communities. So that was a super exciting project we're undertaking with the OCSB school board this year. And then we're also working with a couple different local entrepreneurs, and we're still in the works of developing and designing their own products that could be used in the poly system. So hopefully by the next time I'll have even more exciting things to share. And finally, we're proud to have leased our first system out to a whole different city. So down in Brantford, Ontario, a local company there is trying to recycle medical waste from the medical industry. So they've leased poly, and they're going to be trying out that technology to see if it can meet their needs.
Unbelievable. Like, what a great success story. I mean, first of all, congratulations. Number 2 in the entire country is just an amazing accomplishment, and you'll be back again. And then I hope you come back again, because I mean, there's a big future here. This is the next generation, my friends, sitting across from us right here. Alexander, thank you again. Really appreciate you joining us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Daytime right after this.